Hi everyone, it's great to see you. I am doing an unboxing today from Mr. Maple, and in case you haven't heard, Mr. Maple is doing a 12 Trees of Christmas special. Every day from now until Christmas at 9 o'clock, they release 12 different trees. That's a whole lot of trees, and I had some on my wish list that came up as part of this, so I ended up ordering them. Now, it is not too late for you to get in on this fun. You should at least check them out on their website, mrmaple.com. This is not a sponsored video, but I'm really excited about these particular trees. They are harder to find. At least they have been harder to find for me. And I think they're going to be great additions to the garden. For me, ordering from Mr. Maple through the winter sort of keeps me going. Okay, so let's take off this lid here. So first, and of course, you know, the maple trees that come in the winter, of course, are defoliated, so it's kind of hard to get an idea what they're going to look like, but I will tell you, and you can take a look at the pictures. This is Filigree. So Filigree, I'm going to read you the official description here, is a weeping green variegated laceleaf Japanese maple. So it is going to spill over sort of in an open umbrella shape here. And it is going to be a smaller sized Japanese maple. And the thing that made me have to have this Japanese maple. Now I'm to the stage where, like, I only want to get things that are different, that are special for some reason. And to me, the leaves of Filigree look like little mini fern leaves. They're different than any of the Japanese maple leaves that I have, and I just think they're so delicate and so pretty. So this is going to be hardy down to zone 5, so that's really good for where we are in zone 6B/7A. And it says here that the lobes are more finely dissected than most lace leaves. Filigree, or green filigree as it's sometimes called, is a highly sought after tree that is not always readily available in the nursery trade. In the spring, it's very bright with two-tone variegation. The border to the leaf is a bright yellow to a lime green. So I think it's going to be just beautiful. It turns yellow and gold in the fall, and it's going to get 4 to 6 feet. So it's a dwarf variety. It's going to stay nice and small. I'm very excited about this one. Now, the other 3 trees that you're going to see me unbox are all Norway spruces, and they all were chosen for the same reason. They are types of Norway spruces that in the spring get some beautiful, they either call it red or magenta or pink, new growth. This first one is Rubra spicata. This is a 2-gallon plant, so it's a little bit bigger. Whoops, looks like we got a little bit off to the side here. Look at how good this looks, though. You know, as I get through more winters, I want more things that are interesting in the winter. So these 3 Norway spruces are going to add that winter interest. So Rubra spicata is a rare red-tipped Norway spruce. It's zones 4 to 9, so it will be fine living in a pot outside here if I want, or I can put it in the ground. And it can reach 10 to 12 feet in 10 years if it's in an open habitat. So we'll see whether I decide to keep it in a pot or in the ground, but I love the color of the growth here. So they're saying it's more of a red. It's just bright and vibrant, and I hope that it looks just like it does in the pictures come spring. We'll see. This particular cultivar was first found in the 1970s in Czechoslovakia, but I think it's going to like it here in Rhode Island very, very much. Then in this box, I should have 2 other Norway spruces. These are 1-gallon sizes. Okay. There's a little one. And there's a little one. Aren't they cute? Oh, yes. They kind of look like little Charlie Brown Christmas trees right now. I could see decorating them later would be adorable. So let's take a look. This is Pusch. And Pusch is a rare dwarf Norway spruce, hardy down to zone 3. So this is zones 3 to 8 for you people in Florida. This is not a good choice for you, but up here I can keep it in a pot. I can put it in the ground. It will be fine. And it says here that it gets magenta cones in the early spring. I mean, look at the pictures of these magenta cones. They're just gorgeous. I cannot wait. And that's going to be a great contrast against this green foliage. So the spring display that it does with these magenta cones will really be what I'm looking for. The cones then turn brown. Later you can actually see the little ones from last year. Oh, look at this little one here. So cute. And you know, I do a lot of crafting and I don't have any trees right now in the ground that produce cones. So as I'm getting some of these and they start getting big enough and producing cones, I will be so excited to have those to add to arrangements that I'm creating in the winter. And I know my mom will want to share those too. So in 10 years, this can get 2 to 3 feet tall by 3 to 4 feet wide. So we're talking it's going to stay very small here. And in a house that has a small yard, that's a really good thing. There are some conifers that get huge and grow very quickly. That is not a good choice for my yard. So this is a much better choice for me. It does say that if you are in a hotter area or a lot of sun, protect it from afternoon hot sun. It likes it a little bit more on the cool side. And then we have this adorable little Norway spruce. So this one, Pusch was hardy zones 3 to 8. This is hardy zones 4 to 8. So we're still talking, we have plenty of leeway here for cold winters, even in pots. This is Anita's Golden Cloak, and it is a dwarf ornamental Norway spruce. It's known for its golden needles and a semi-weeping twisted form. So it's going to have a very unique structure as it grows. And as we're looking for interesting things in the winter, I think that this is going to be one of those interesting plants. Low growing, about 5 to 6 feet tall over time. Strongest gold tones to it are going to be in full sun. But because it's slow growing and stays on that small side, it's good for a rock garden, for one of those small gardens like the one that I've created out front. So I'm really pleased to add all of these to the garden. Now the great thing is, okay, so this baby here is going to go into the shed. Doesn't have its leaves right now. The shed's going to protect it for the rest of the winter. Would it probably be okay if I nestled it up against the house like this? Yes, but our ground is frozen, so I can't really plant it. I think that's the best place for it. But these are going to stay in their nursery pots on the through the winter on my deck because they can take such cold temperatures. I'm going to leave them out and be able to watch them, which is great because that means I will know in the spring when they start to put out that beautiful new growth that I want to see. And Anita's Golden Cloak, I believe, also has some beautiful, I didn't write it in the description, but I'll put the picture here. I believe this also gets cones or growth that has a bright color to it also. So I want those really exciting pops of color. I want the unique shape of them. I want people to see these and go, that's not your regular conifer. And I think that Mr. Maple does a really nice job in providing some things that you don't find in your local nursery or at a big box store. So if you get a chance, at least look online because it gives you an idea of the huge selection of trees that there are out there and trees that can be kept in little pots. Even if you only have a little balcony or a little place that you could put this out on a front doorstep, you could keep your 2 to 3 foot tall conifer there for years in a pot, and it would be really happy, and you would get to see some of this really interesting growth. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video.